Welcome to the special news edition today. Today, we will explore the noteworthy statements made by Russian President Vladimir Putin during the Security Summit in Kazakhstan, where he expressed great expectations for the newly elected U.S. President Donald Trump. According to Putin, Trump is seen as the key to peace in the tense relationship between Russia and the United States, particularly in the context of the conflict in Ukraine. But does this expectation truly have a solid foundation? And can Trump actually deliver the peace solution Putin hopes for? Let's dive deeper into this and the possible implications it might have on Russia-U.S. relations in the future. Don't miss out on the important information and the major questions we will explore in today's program.
1. Putin praises Trump. On November 28th, during the high-profile security summit in Kazakhstan, Russian President Vladimir Putin made a series of remarks that quickly captured the world's attention. In a moment that many international observers viewed as a subtle but significant shift in geopolitics, Putin expressed his high expectations for the newly elected U.S. President Donald Trump. Putin described Trump as the key to peace amid the ongoing tensions between Russia and the United States, which have been exacerbated by the war in Ukraine. In a world increasingly divided by competing global powers, Putin's endorsement carries weight, especially as it is made against the backdrop of the continuing Russia-U.S. rivalry. While the Biden administration has faced sharp criticism from Putin for policies that he believes have only aggravated tensions and deepened the divisions between the two countries, Trump has long been viewed by the Russian president as a leader with the potential to bring a new approach to diplomacy. Trump's ability to bridge divides, particularly when it comes to the thorny issue of Ukraine, is something Putin clearly holds in high regard. He has often praised Trump's political acumen and his willingness to engage with complex global issues in a practical, no-nonsense manner, something he believes has been lacking in the Biden administration's approach. This is not the first time Putin has offered praise to Trump. The Russian leader has long touted Trump as an intelligent and experienced politician who possesses the skills necessary to navigate the difficult terrain of Russia-U.S. relations. Trump's direct approach to diplomacy, coupled with his stated desire to negotiate pragmatic solutions, seems to resonate with Putin, especially in the context of the Ukraine conflict, where the current U.S. administration has been bogged down by rhetoric and political gridlock. Trump's straightforward style is seen by Putin as a potential asset in finding workable solutions. Putin's remarks, however, also reveal a deep sense of skepticism about President Biden's ability to shift the trajectory of U.S.-Russia relations. He has suggested that Biden's policies, particularly in relation to Ukraine and NATO, have made the situation more complex and difficult to manage. As Putin looks toward a future with Trump potentially back in the White House, he holds on to the hope that Trump can change the dynamic between the two countries. But is this optimism warranted, or is Putin simply investing in an idea that might never materialize? Can Trump truly turn the tide on the Russia-Ukraine conflict, or is this just another case of lofty promises that are difficult to deliver? In the coming months and years, this question will become even more crucial as the world watches how Trump approaches the challenges posed by Putin's Russia. The stakes are high, and whether or not Trump can live up to these expectations will have lasting implications for both the U.S. and Russia, as well as for global peace and stability. Let's continue to analyze and explore the possible outcome.
Despite Putin's praise for Donald Trump, a major question remains in the context of the escalating conflict in Ukraine. Can Trump meet these expectations? While Putin opens the door to the hope for peace, he continues to warn of Russia's readiness to take military action. As the situation seems to reach a deadlock, the military confrontation between these two superpowers grows even more complicated than ever before. Number 2. Shaping Russia-U.S. relations. However, Putin's hopes for Donald Trump are not just praise. In recent statements, Putin emphasized that Russia is not hesitant to use powerful weapons, including new missile systems like Oreshnik, to to protect its national interests in the face of tensions with the West. Oreshnik is a missile capable of targeting multiple targets simultaneously and carrying nuclear warheads, a strong warning from Russia that they are ready to escalate military action if Ukraine continues to receive nuclear or long-range weapons like the ATAK-MS missile. These statements not only show Russia's determination to defend its interests, but also reflect a frightening reality. The current tension could lead to a brutal military confrontation. Allowing Ukraine to strike deep into Russian territory has further exacerbated the Moscow-Washington relationship, making the situation extremely dangerous. However, within this context, we see a contradiction in Putin's policy. While he is open to dialogue with President-elect Trump, his demand that Ukraine abandon its NATO ambitions and make territorial concessions to Russia is a condition that Kyiv is unlikely to accept. Image suggestions. An image of Russia's Oreshnik missile system or nuclear weapon tests. Images of military confrontations between Russia and Ukraine, especially airstrikes and escalating combat. An image of Putin standing before Russian military officers, showing determination and military strength.
So, what will happen next in Russia-U.S. relations under President Donald Trump? Will he be able to approach the Ukraine issue differently, reducing tensions while still maintaining the national interests of the U.S. and its allies? Or will the hardline demands from Russia lead to an irreversible conflict? The answer to this question will determine not only the future of the U.S. and Russia, but also global peace. 3. Challenges for Trump in solving the Ukraine crisis. Although President Putin has praised Donald Trump and hopes he can bring about change, the conditions Putin has set present a significant challenge for the new U.S. administration. Peace may come to Ukraine, but only if the Kyiv government agrees to abandon its NATO aspirations and make concessions on territories currently occupied by Russia. This is in direct opposition to Ukraine's stance, as its leadership will not accept any peace deal that does not protect territorial integrity and national sovereignty. Therefore, a critical question arises. Can Donald Trump come up with a viable peace strategy while still maintaining support from Western allies and safeguarding U.S. national interests? While Trump may change his approach to Russia, achieving a comprehensive peace agreement remains a difficult task. International observers suggest that while Trump could create new momentum in relations with Russia, resolving the Ukraine conflict in a truly sustainable way will be a prolonged and complex challenge. Time will tell whether Trump can seize the opportunity to ease Russia-U.S. tensions, or if he will face significant barriers from America's allies. What will international relations look like when leaders like Putin and Trump must make historic decisions for their respective countries? This will not only impact Ukraine's future, but also pose a tough dilemma in finding a balance between dialogue and confrontation.
While Putin has high hopes for Donald Trump and sees him as someone who can change Russia-U.S. relations, the reality is much more complicated. With Russia's hardline demands and the internal challenges in the U.S., the Ukraine crisis remains a difficult issue that no leader can easily resolve. However, Donald Trump's ability to change U.S. policy toward Russia will be a deciding factor in the relationship between these two superpowers in the future. Will he be able to bring peace to Ukraine, or will there be a new escalation in the conflict? The answer will take time and require significant efforts from both sides.
Below are some opposing views from the audience. Stay tuned. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and stay updated with the latest political news and stories shaking the world. See you in the next videos!